speed. We are speed, 8.8.
8/47, take 2.
Stop.
A mark.
B mark, stop.
Okay, camera set.
Set.
And action.
Bien. Chest. Salut.
Ah, all right.
Cut.
Not there, thank you.
Good. Yeah.
Happiness, all right, cheering, please. Thank you.
I was approached through my agent that director Bong from Korea would like to meet me, and I happened to be working in Soho in London at the time, so we met there, and we had a fantastic meeting. It was kind of electric. He was very kind about me, and I at that time was not aware of his work, but I got a terrific feeling from him. We talked a bit of philosophy, we talked a bit of, and then he described in kind of sketchily what the film was about, and I said, well, that sounds very interesting because it's kind of Noah's Ark in a sense, only not with animals, with human beings, and with all our failings rather than animal failings and so on. It's one of those meetings when you meet somebody and you know that something's happening. Hence, I'm sitting here. If you read the script without knowing that Bong was going to direct it, I think you might find it somewhat simplistic. Well, of course it is. It has to be, because it's a microcosm of humanity. So you're treading on thin ice.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Gilliam. You look healthy. Releasing.
Minister Mason, please deliver a message to Mr. Wilford.
Of course. What shall I say?
Tell him he and I need to talk.
A mark.
Camera set. And action.
Tell him he and I need to talk.
Well, you can talk to me. Mr. Wilford has no reason to visit here.
Though one always treats, or at least I always treat, the script as a springboard, I would now say that certainly a piece of this nature, the script is a springboard, but I think you have to have the director.
I just wanted to say the basic position and something basic moment for this scene. He's smoking now, and Tanya and people taste the smoke, or hallucinated, and he throw it. And Tanya and some people, don't touch my Marlboro. Every people.
Right.
So 사람들 관심이 확 쏠렸을 때,
All the attention goes to there.
With the director, it sounds like I'm just singing his praises. Well, I am just singing his praises, but I'm singing his praises because I believe what I'm saying. And he's cast the film very, very carefully. And everybody, it seems to me, is providing more food for the director to be able to make a good meal.
A only. Okay, camera set. And action.
너도 안 바라보고 싶냐? 너 같은 개싸가지가 담배 맛이나 알겠냐만.
I can only say that I wish that I'd worked with Song more, because I don't do much with him. But I've watched him, and he has a massive presence, and I'm so thrilled to meet him and be in a film with him. I believe he's a big, what they call star in Korea, and I'm not in the least bit surprised. He's got a huge presence, and does that wonderful thing that I love with actors that are of that stature, that he seems to come from nowhere and provide you with everything.
She meant that she wouldn't give the order to shoot me.
No, I think guns are literally useless. They used up all their bullets 4 years ago in the last revolt. Bullets are extinct.
If you're wrong, we could be finished before we even start.
Cut there. Oh,
I read the script over and over, and then again, and then again, and then again and again. And while I'm doing that, all the information is going into my computer, my brain, and hopefully is fermenting. And to continue the metaphor, I hope that it produces a good wine. But I don't quite know how that happens. If I did, I wouldn't tell you.
And do slow story, take one.
Okay, camera set.
Kon
Background
bardak
action.
se.
And action.
Still cold. Dead. All dead.
He is probably, in a sense, the most complicated character, apart from Wilford. And in a sense, Wilford is not as complicated as Gilliam, because Gilliam seems to be one thing, and I think a huge amount of him is that thing. But then there's another side to Gilliam. He vacillates between the revolutionary and, shall we say, the establishment. And I don't think he finds it very easy either. I mean, he's not had an easy life. He's lost 2 limbs in order to feed the hungry. The best things, like always, is when you feel you've just struck a note that might make a moment. And film is, as we know, is image on screen. And if you can manage to create a moment, that's the most thrilling thing. I always find that in this business, that the fascination of interviewers and audience is, how do you do it? And in all truth, I don't know.
Okay, roll sound.
Rolling.
Roll speed.
20/18, take 1.
Go. And action.
Water supply section.
Oh, it's just a few cars up. It's where the water's cleansed and recycled.
It's one of the most crucial sections in the train.
If we take it, we'll have control.
Won't even have to go to the very front. We control the water. And we control the negotiation.
Like a painter, when he starts a project, he starts with a totally blank canvas, and he doesn't bring anything from what was previous to what is now. That's impressive. And his method of shooting is incredibly impressive. For in this film, partly to do with the geography of it, because it's all in a train, so it's all long and thin, and shooting masters is impossible, really. And he only shoots what he wants to see on screen. Now, that may sound simple, but that is as difficult as Hitchcock. And he is doing what Hitchcock did. There's not going to be anything on the cutting room floor. Oh, little scraps. Nothing much. But that takes a huge knowledge of film. The last time as Guillaume, and not much of Guillaume here, it's nearly all gone.
Shot to pieces.
And action!
What it does for me, and I think it's quite alarming, is it talks about questions that we dare not talk about in terms of the globe itself. It's not a subject that we humans really like to think about. What the film will do is provoke a great deal of argument. I've had nothing but joy working with Director Bong. We seem to be very much on a wavelength. I don't appear to have done anything yet that he's not in tune with, and he hasn't said anything to me that I'm not in tune with. So that's a very nice situation to be in, and I have to say I'm enjoying it, and I do so hope that we get the chance to work together again. I'd love to do so. I got to praise the stills photographer. I've never met such a sweet human being in my life who is so dedicated and so good. So good. They're the best stills I've seen, I think, on any film I've ever worked on. He's quite magnificent. And as a person, he is everything to envy.